Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another Sklarbro Country, the Virus Edition, a.k.a. the Pandy Pods.
A.K.A. Two Fine Fellows, No Saul Bellows.
A.k.a. Jay, nice jacket there.
My Faraday boys hooking me up.
Nice jacket there. How is my hair? A.k.a. Two Bros Are Always Funny in the Clutch, and you will address them as such. That was Eric Harris. Thank you, Eric Harris. Thanks, man. Thank you for all of you guys. I'll read Elise's too, and then we'll do the on the next one. Elise, a.k.a. in a horrible year, two brothers who gave us countless hours of fun. We're all looking forward to 2021. Thank you, Elise.
Is Elise connected to Charlie Shulman?
Probably, yeah.
I believe
Thank you.
so.
Appreciate you. Love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the community there. Thanks to everyone. We're just coming off the weekend where we did the live Dumb People Town, live Dollar People Town.
Oh, it was so fun.
So fun to hang with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We did a little Patreon in the pre-show hang, and for those who wanted to hang out later, we kicked them to the late show. Late show hang was really awesome. Just people told us such touching and beautiful stories about their lives
and how they engage with the content we're creating. That means the world to
meant
us.
so much to us. I want to jump into these stories right away because we got them.
Should we let people know that we are doing another live Dumb People Town?
Yes, live Dumb People Town on January 16th, Saturday night, same time, 6:30 West Coast time, 9:30 Eastern time. Zach Galifianakis, everybody, and John Paul White of the Civil Wars. Those are our guests. Going to be fantastic. Musical guests. This last one was amazing. Mac Lethal's version of Dumb People Town was incredible.
It was lit.
So good. All right, let's jump into this because we've got dumbness abounding.
Yes.
Let's get into it right now.
Okay. If you're a church and you don't...
I'm not, but still.
But if you're out there and you're a church and you don't know how to keep your congregation engaged during this pandemic on Zoom, then you suck.
Period.
I'm sorry. And
we're not saying it's easy. We're just saying it's possible, and that's all you should be figuring out how to do.
Okay, so the synagogue that we both patronize, which I will be rejoining. I joined them for a while, and then I had to do another one for my kids' preschool, and now I'm gonna
come back to E-Car.
It's E-Car in Los Angeles. They had the most amazing Yom Kippur services, which is Jewish high holidays this year.
I know it's going to sound annoying or wrong, but these services that I watched with my family in my living room we were a part of, we were actually able to be a part of it, were the most engaging Yom Kippur and high holiday services and most satisfying in years.
So I'm not saying it's better than being there in person, because obviously being in person is better, but I do think there's something to be taken away from. They found a way. They pivoted in this moment, and they created a service that you could engage with, you could walk away from, and then come back to. Like, they kind of
could go to the fridge at Yom Kippur and eat.
You couldn't do that.
Shouldn't do that.
But they opened up something, and they created something that for us felt like a special version. I mean, not to make religion and sports the same, but it was like
NBA
it was
bubble.
the NBA bubble, right?
The NBA bubble of high holiday services,
and they were so. I found myself tuning in and tuning out and staying actually for more of the service than I would were I in person. So they figured out a safe way around the in-person issues. It's called a pivot.
Yeah.
And E-Car did it beautifully. Well, now 2 mega churches in California have decided to get creative and I guess pivot in a sense.
I mean,
but not in a creative way.
No.
There's a creative pivot that's good for the world, and then there's what these assholes did.
This is a basic way.
And it's not good. They didn't put a premium on health and safety of their congregants or the larger community that they're in.
Why would they?
It's a selfish. You know what it was? I felt and we'll get into what they did. It feels so petty.
Yeah,
like
very
the pettiness of
like
it,
a money grabby, petty way to
and
do
it makes you go, "Oh, this is exactly who they were all along." It's selfish. It's entitled.
Hey, man, like the NBA Finals, your weaknesses will be exposed. Here we go.
The pastors of 2 California churches did a family-friendly, quote-unquote, striptease.
Those are 3 words that should never exist together.
Family-friendly striptease.
That's not going to be family-friendly.
Nor is it going to be a striptease.
It's going to be none of those things.
In their Sunday services.
By the way, just the 2 words family striptease. Terrible.
That's terrible. Removing their ties to mock the state's shutdown of churches while allowing adult establishments to remain open.
Meanwhile, Jerry Falwell Jr. is like, I could get into this.
Yeah.
He was in the corner watching the way he does it every time.
As long as I'm watching a pool boy strip for my wife, I can do this.
There we go.
And anytime a church tries to mock something, you know it's going to be lame.
It's like Flanders doing stand-up comedy.
Bad. It's just going to be bad.
Heidely ho, folks.
Pastor Jurgen Mathesius
I already hate him.
of Awaken Church in San Diego, doing the least woke thing in the world.
Exactly.
Posted a video on Instagram of him taking off his tie in front of his congregation.
Hilarious.
Of course, they couldn't take the lockdown order as a positive.
Yeah.
Of course, the state government, they want you to be safe. I don't know how else to explain
They
this
are
to you.
placing a higher premium on your life
Than
than you are.
and on the lives of the people in your thing. They're placing a higher look. The state government wants them to be safe. They're placing a higher premium on their lives than on those of a stripper.
Yep.
If anything, the stripper should be like, "Hey, why do we not matter enough for you to lock us down?"
That's right.
Neither of these mega churches chose to look at it this way. To find the injustice in the situation of that point of view, I think it just shows you exactly who they
It's
are.
ridiculous.
Strip clubs, not churches, are exempt from the COVID-19 lockdowns and are deemed essential by our governor, said Matthias
Right.
in his post. So we decided that we are now Awaken family-friendly strip club.
No one's going to go to that.
Where we strip the devil of his hold, power, and authority over people's lives.
Right, Rod?
Right, Todd? We're going up to the main stage of the Lord, grabbing that pole of salvation. No, they didn't say
And
that.
grinding hard against the lap of temptation.
Grinding hard against the lap of temptation might
That
be.
could be. It sounds like a Creed song, right? A lyric in a Creed song.
Pastor Rob McCoy of Godspeak Calvary Chapel in Thousand Oaks had a similar strip tease where he
good.
removed his tie on November 22nd service before blasting the government and calling on Christians to preach the gospel by defying government tyranny and contending for their neighbors' livelihoods in the public square.
Yeah, defy the government.
Yeah, gather together.
Spread the word of the Lord and spread the deadly virus.
And then take it back to your homes and your communities. Do
And
that.
spread it to the world. Why don't
Yeah,
you?
do what you can. Do the Christian thing. You're contending for the welfare and the concerns and the livelihoods of your neighbors, said McCoy. Love your neighbor as you love yourself.
So basically, don't love your neighbor because you hate yourself if you're there.
if you decide to gather in a public place right now without a mask and just throw it down,
you hate yourself.
You hate
so I
yourself.
guess hate your neighbor in the same way.
Those that are abused are being quarantined with their abusers. The elderly are lonely and isolated for no reason.
No reason? I would say a good reason. Like the
Is it
spread
no
of a
reason?
deadly virus that has killed over 300,000 Americans. so
Yeah,
far.
maybe the fact that thousands of people died in nursing homes because of COVID. Could that be a reason, maybe?
No one gets to attend the funerals of their loved ones. It's our responsibility to support folks. We are finished with your tyranny. All right.
Yes, we want you to attend their funerals immediately.
Yeah.
So come on out.
We want to speed up that process a little bit.
Way to put your energies and your anger into the wrong place.
Yep.
A true visionary would say, okay, whether we agree or not, we're going to err on the side of safety. We're going to have you stay at home.
That's right.
But we're going to do a special service and gather everyone on Zoom every night until the quarantine is over. I know we
We're
normally
gonna
just
stay
do Sunday
connected.
service.
We're gonna stay connected.
I know we normally do Sunday services. Well, now we're going to take advantage of this quarantine and we're going to be more involved in your life than ever before. Why not take this opportunity as a church and say, hey,
We know you have more time than ever. We're going to
people
reach you.
need us in a way that they don't need us before. This is our chance to step in and fill a void.
You think they're afraid that they can't reach people
Yes.
through the computer?
Yes. Because community, this is the thing. We'll give you a place to go every single night. Come see a little piece of the church every night on this
Why
Zoom.
does community have to be a physical place? Why
It's a
can't
feeling.
it be?
Isn't it a
Exactly.
feeling,
It
Rand?
is. It
Community is a feeling.
Yeah, because the truth of the matter is, then you start to get into, well, our church isn't nice enough. We need more money to build a nicer church. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, if your synagogue or your church meets in the dankest place ever, yet it is a sense of community amongst people who are there, that's all that matters.
So what is community though? Community is a feeling. Community, we just talked about at the top of this show. We feel like with our listeners on this show,
we have a community
we have
feel.
a community feel, even though we all haven't been in the same place once, not once.
Nope.
You can achieve community over that time and space.
That's right.
Why is it so easy for us and Ekar, the synagogue we went to, why is it so easy for us to understand it and impossible for other people to understand that?
Because there's got to be money behind it. That's the thing.
McCoy and his church have faced numerous penalties for ignoring government orders in recent months.
Good.
Well, they can just ask their congregants who they feel so connected to give them more of their hard-earned money.
That's right. That's right. They'll fork it over.
Right. Earlier this month, a California judge ruled that strip clubs have a First Amendment right to reopen while churches are forced to remain closed.
Why is this bad?
Strip clubs need to be open to survive. Churches can collect dues and do services over Zoom.
They can still do it in another way.
Zoom stripping, I guess, can work, but it's harder. It's not
it's
the
called
same.
porn on the internet.
It's harder.
Yeah.
That's what she said. In response, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee,
I'm glad this guy's weighing in on
this
shit.
jackass, said on Fox News that churches should reopen as a temporary strip club. I mean, when you think about it, though, mega churches are like strip clubs.
They are.
They draw people in who are searching for connection.
They offer one thing and then take a lot of your money once you get in. This is like a strip club.
Beers are like $9.
And someone on stage pretends like
they like you as long as you're paying them.
As long as you're giving them money, they will like you and give you attention.
You know what? I'm gonna assume, having not spoken to Mike Huckabee,
that was probably his point.
That was his point.
That was his point.
Churches should announce their pastor will remove his tie during the sermon, and therefore, so the tie move wasn't even an original idea. They're just stealing an idea from dumb Mike Huckabee. Will remove his tie during the sermon, and therefore he will take off an article of clothing, making it a temporary strip club so that people will be able to go to church, said Huckabee.
Is that church humor?
Reverend Dr. Stackhouse.
Dr. Reverend Christopher Stackhouse is funny. He's a funny guy. He's humorous. Huckabee is not
funny.
Why can't Dr. Stackhouse be the spokesman for all of this stuff right here?
It's not about men of cloth. It's not that they can't be funny. Stackhouse is funny.
Yeah, and
Stackhouse is funny.
Stack will tell you he continued to do his radio show, which reaches like 50,000 people. He and his dad and one other person, which their radio show is amazing. They'll tell you that they reach lots of people that way. They probably reach more people that way than the people who are afraid to go out.
Right.
He's smart about it.
It's about their motives. The motives of these two mega churches is clear. How can we get them?
And how can we get what they have?
Yeah, and why can't we? Why don't we get what strip clubs get?
It's whiny.
It's like when my kids like needing to get exactly what the other one has. If she got you got this. She got this, and you got this. You can't get what she has.
It's babyish, don't you think?
So
it is?
baby, it's entitled,
petulant.
It's petulant. You know, the opposite of how Jesus would have been.
Jesus would have been gracious. Jesus would have been like, "Get up on that Zoom, everybody. Zoom thy neighbor as you would zoom thyself."
And when you look down and you're zooming, you only see one set of footprints.
When you only see one person commenting in the chat, that's when Jesus was carrying you.
That's when he joined the Zoom.
All right, guys, that is the first story down in the books. When we come back, I think truth has taken a very serious hit in the last 4 years, certainly in the last couple of months, couple of weeks, and you think it doesn't have an effect until you hear this story. It does have an effect. We'll get to that on the other side of the break. Hey, gang. Sklar Brothers here, and this is Sklarbro Country. You know what you're listening to, the Virus Edition, and we're so happy to be back. We've got another live Dumb People Town. We just announced it. Zach Galifianakis at the top of the show we did, and John Paul White from the Civil Wars. Get your tickets at Eventbrite.com. They are going to be going. This one's going to sell out.
The last one sold out, and this one will too. It's so much fun. We love seeing you guys. It is a chance for you to have a big round of laughs in your house. It's a night out without going out.
And let me say this. We're up on the Stereo app. That's a chance for you guys to listen to. We're doing it for Dumb People Town, and we're doing it.
So this is very exciting. Dumb People Town is today. Tomorrow at noon.
So noon is when we do it. Today at noon, Dumb People Town. Just get the free Stereo app. Follow Jason, and the conversation is between us and Dan. We do it through Jay's avatar. Then on Wednesday, we're going to do a Sklarbro Country, the Virus Edition.
Me and Randy.
The two of us are going to have a conversation. You can leave voicemails. They're little ditties. We'll answer them in real time.
We'll answer your questions about this show. We'll answer any other questions about Sklar stuff.
It is going to be a blast. That's on Wednesday.
It's 1 hour at noon Pacific.
But don't fear, because on Thursday, we're going to do another one.
Another Dumb People Town.
And then Friday, we're going to do another one of these. So get the free Stereo app.
We got you covered every day of the week.
All right. Now, like we said before the break, if you want to know what our stupid-ass president, and he is a stupid ass, his assault on truth and facts has done to our society, we are going to tell you right now. People will say, it's just Trump being Trump.
I don't buy that. I hate that.
We say it might be, and I really am not overstating this, the single worst thing to happen to our society as a whole.
It's the most corrosive, worst attack on democracy ever.
To divide people over what is truth and have people believe something that isn't true.
Okay, because that's not just my opponent over here is an asshole because of X, Y, and Z.
No, it's saying we can't.
The
Election that you voted for and that were certified by the Electoral College, that the courts have certified, he got over 81 million votes, over almost 8 million votes more than the other person, the largest margin in any presidential history. That is not truthful because of widespread voter fraud that didn't exist.
which never got proved, including by the pawns that you put in place.
It's unbelievable. His unaccepting of that truth and mobilizing his cult of followers to be violent towards other people who helped make that thing happen, make the truth, carry out the truth and the will of the people.
It's like a breaking point of
I think it's going to change the course of our society forever and ever.
Well, it's going to set off two societies going in two different directions.
People are picking up on this notion that the truth doesn't matter and that they should get whatever they want no matter what the story is.
And that's going to ruin society. That's the residual effects of this truth attack.
It starts with dumbasses like our president and all the 126 assholes who signed on from Congress who said that they support his wild theories that the election was stolen. And then it trickles down to the dumbass in this story. It's trickle-down stupidity. Remember trickle-down economics?
Yes.
It's trickle-down stupidity and willful unacceptance of the truth. And here we go.
Okay.
A man from Massachusetts is suing the New Hampshire Lottery Commission following a claim that the lottery owes him either a gold bar or about $750,000, the approximate equivalent of a standard gold bar's worth. This is the true definition of a masshole.
He wants a gold bar.
What's a gold bar?
Give me a gold
some,
bar.
Give him some gold bond,
Give
maybe.
me a gold bar.
Do you know how the lottery always gives people gold bars? That's how they distribute their money. That's what it is.
That's something that has never happened.
So asking for a gold bar that's worth $750,000, I guess $750,000 would be enough to call this guy a stupid idiot, but it just gets so much better.
He keeps going.
His stupidity, his weakest quality, he weaponizes and uses in this story. Robert Martell of Ipswich, Massachusetts, I would call him dipshit Massachusetts, purchased a losing My Big Million scratch-off ticket for $20 at a Market Basket supermarket in Seabrook, New Hampshire in August. So he bought a losing ticket.
Something that people do all the time.
The irony is not lost on us, but I'm sure he didn't get it. However, he's claiming that he actually won a gold bar or its equivalent value after revealing a gold bar symbol in the bonus section of his ticket. Yep. If it was in the bonus section, then
there you go.
You win it. Way to read the instructions on your ticket. I don't think anyone's ever read the instructions on a lottery ticket.
I see a gold bar, so I deserve a gold bar.
I get a gold bar.
That's the facts.
What do you want, a leprechaun? Because that's also got scratched off on the ticket too?
You basic dummy.
The bonus instructions on the ticket read, reveal a $200 symbol, instantly win $200. So whatever's in the bonus section, you win, right? Is that what it is?
So, yeah.
Thinking that the instructions implied that a player would be entitled to whatever prize that was revealed, Martell had a store employee check the ticket. Yeah, the lottery is never giving out gold bars.
They're
it never has.
going to give out the equivalent of probably more than the full amount of the lottery.
Also, and let me just say this, people don't win the lottery. That's not something that happens. Jay and I remember when the New York lottery was at $100 million.
We used to say you have a better chance of winning the New York lottery by not playing the lottery. Than
your odds are better by not buying a ticket.
Yeah.
Okay. They ran it through the machine and said it wasn't a winner, Martell said on Monday. That should be the end of the story.
Yes, you lost.
You lost. Accept it and move on.
It's over.
But people don't do that anymore, Jay.
They don't.
People do not. I wonder where this idiot learned that behavior from.
Oh, I don't know. I wonder who taught him that.
The player filed a complaint in Rockingham County Superior Court last week.
Oh, my God.
Beat
his ass down.
Make
him broke for this.
Alleging that New Hampshire Lottery was in breach of contract. Okay, so
there's a lawyer who took this case, which I kind of, on some level, I'm happy because I want that lawyer to take this guy's money too.
That person's now going to be part of Trump's legal team. Or they get coronavirus.
Or both.
Or get assassinated by someone from Venezuela. Who knows? A standard gold bar is 400 ounces in the United States, he told the court. That's what showed up on the ticket, so that's what he won. I saw a gold bar, so I get a gold bar.
My gold bar.
I get a gold bar. I want a gold bar, and I want it now, Daddy.
I know. That's who it is.
What are you, 5? Are you 5 years old? Is your lawyer like 3 kids under a trench coat, like in BoJack? Or again, are you Sidney Powell? in disguise. I don't know.
Yep.
The lottery owes you nothing. It is designed for millions of people to lose, and your
Let me
client
explain
lost.
to you how the lottery works, okay? Millions of people think they have a shot, and that's how the pot gets bigger. And then 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people win it. It'll never be you.
Again, my hope is that this
That's how the lottery works.
lawyer or whoever argued this lost a lot of time and energy in losing, and you deserve it for taking this case.
I hope their reputation gets squashed.
Or worse, you as a lawyer like Jim Jordan and the 126 people who signed on to the conspiracy, this is what it literally gets tied to you for the end of all time.
Yeah, it should go right behind your name on your tombstone.
You egged him on, and now you've got basically egg on your face.
Yeah.
Since gold is a precious metal, is actually measured in troy ounces, not imperial ounces. 1 imperial ounce is about 0.9115 troy ounces. Something I'm sure this lawyer or this dummy who bought this ticket would never know, ever.
No, they're not going to do research on it.
Despite having to check the ticket at the store, Martel filled out the claim for the prize along with a registered letter to the lottery, but he did not receive a response. Yeah.
You lost.
Store said you lost.
You
Should have
lost.
stopped right there. Then you fill out a claim for the prize and got no response. Maybe you can take this bullshit case all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Waste your life and all your money.
They'll take it.
Please do that.
They'll take it if they're not too busy taking away a woman's right to choose. They'll
Maybe.
do it, or
Maybe.
taking away people's health care. If they want to hand me over the gold bar, I'm more than happy to accept it. You are?
Yeah.
That's a great quote right there.
Yeah.
Well, they don't. Are you more than happy to accept the truth or the fact that you lost? That you're a loser? We're happy to accept.
How about you accept that first?
We're happy to accept that
And
you're
then
delusional.
you can accept the prize money.
That in the real world, you bought a lottery ticket, lost, and are now wasting everyone's time, including a court of law.
Dummy.
Just proving over and over again that you didn't win.
Yeah, you want more and more proof that you lost. Where does that come from?
You're just a dummy who bought a lottery ticket and lost. Like everybody else who buys lottery tickets. Be that. Don't cry and be a colossal idiot who doesn't understand how the lottery even works. That's how the lottery works. Martel, who is representing himself in court. Okay, so there was no lawyer. It's just him representing him.
Okay.
That's a surprise, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure his extensive law school training prepared him to argue this case. What do judges see, Jay? What do they say when they see someone representing themselves in a case? Are they like,
Here comes a loss.
right?
This is a
just
guaranteed loss.
straight off the bat? Are they like loser, or do they actually hear the case out? What do you think?
Maybe they're like, let me hear his first sentence, and then I'll know if this is going to be
Let
the
me
end
see
of
how
this.
he stacks his papers.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
If there are any judges who listen to this podcast, for real, if you're a judge who listens to this podcast, I want to know what you think.
What's the first thing that goes to your mind when you see someone walk up and say, I'm representing myself? I think they listen to the first 2 sentences.
And then
to see if
boom,
it's
they
legit.
decide. So this dummy thinks that the lottery should reconsider using the gold bar on losing tickets and work on the clarity of their instructions. Is that a moral victory? Clarity from the lottery instructions. Is that how you're going to gain a moral victory?
He's like the Rosa Parks of the lottery.
He's like the Rosa Parks of idiocy.
Yeah.
He would be like laying down on the floor of the bus so no
Yes.
one can get on the bus.
Yes.
I would think I wouldn't have to tell them that, the player said. I think they would absolutely do that in the future. Maybe they should put a dandelion in there or something. Yeah, this stupid statement took up
Is that your
valuable
closing argument?
Yeah. An elected judge had to listen to this man posit that a dandelion under the scratch-off would be better than a gold bar.
I'm not exaggerating. I think you should get the electric chair.
I think you're absolutely right. Maybe we can put this guy's face on lottery tickets to signify that you didn't win. You
Scratch it off. You see his face, lost again.
That's it.
Or Trump's face.
The fat face of losing. Although he did not receive any word from the lottery, Maura McCann, a spokesperson for the lottery, released this statement. Listen to how cold this statement is.
Oh, I hope
the
it
New
just
Hampshire Lottery has tremendous pride in tickets we offer for sale and take seriously any comments about them.
Ooh.
So now you start to hate the New Hampshire Lottery a little bit, right?
Tremendous pride.
We take tremendous pride in ripping
I would
people
take
off.
tremendous pride in a policy that helps lift people up.
We have so much joy in knowing that we have a system that ropes people in, giving them hope that they could win, and then we pull the carpet out from
False
under them.
hope that life is just a better life is just one scratch away.
We take so much pride in dashing people's hopes on the reg.
You
just
don't
like that.
understand who we are. We are the New Hampshire Lottery. We take pride in screwing people out of money.
To the best of our knowledge, we have not received any communications on this claim, but we will immediately look into this once we receive it. Translation?
We ain't looking at shit.
We ain't doing anything. We threw that claim in the trash the second it came across our desks.
I should get a gold bar.
Crumple, trash. Martel is in his 60s, okay? And looking to retire, has bought New Hampshire scratch-off tickets before, but he's never seen a gold bar show up up until now. He's looking to retire, and the
You
lottery.
ain't retiring anytime soon, dummy.
I'm pretty much unlucky, he admitted. I haven't won anything decent. I think the most I've won is like $20, the cost of the ticket. So you have experience in losing.
You should know that this is a losing proposition.
Hail Mary, dude.
This is a Hail Mary.
And you lost again.
And then you gummed up the court system with your stupid bullshit.
It would be great if the court awarded him a cash value of a gold-plated bar of just a gold-plated bar.
Right,
just
not a
$20.
gold bar, just a gold-plated
There you
bar.
go, buddy. You want your moral victory? Here's
you
a
go.
a painted gold bar. It's
Or a
worth about
candy
$20.
bar. Just give him a candy bar.
You can retire on that, right? Knowing that you got a goldish bar out of this deal. Accept the truth, people.
There's truth. There's truth to be said. You play the lottery, you're going to lose. You just played and you lost. Accept it.
And let me say this. The truth is worth more than gold, and it is more valuable, and it should be placed at a higher premium. And that is how we end this show, guys. Stay connected, stay protected, don't get infected. We love you.
Yes.
Wear a mask. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
Hang on, people. We're going to barrel toward January 20th, and then hopefully we start a new chapter. Turn that page. We'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.